I gotta say, Bobby Lashley's last 2 years in the WWE under Triple H have been very, very underwhelming, and they have not been very good. I would go as far as to say, Bobby Lashley's worst run ever, and he was just inconsistent and didn't really have much character development. Was robbed of title feuds with Roman Reigns. There was really nothing. There was no buildup of the Bobby Lashley and Pride stable with Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. That whole stable faction never went anywhere. Um, in this video, I'm pretty much going to go over Bobby Lashley's last 2 years, right, of his career under Triple H and how Triple H has managed Bobby Lashley and booked him. Now, here's the thing, right? This has nothing to do with race. Okay? Triple H is not a racist. Okay? You look at all the wrestlers in the past that have done interviews, concerning Triple H. All of those guys were Caucasian wrestlers. All of his beef came from Caucasian wrestlers. RVD, Chris Jericho, Edge, Scott Steiner, Ultimate Warrior had beef with Triple H, probably Macho Man, Stone Cold Steve Austin at one point, many, many, many others. But no black wrestler has ever had a problem with Triple H, and Triple H vice versa. I mean, you look at clips of him in the New Day dancing, having fun. Does that look like someone that's a racist? I mean, Triple H did his best to put over Booker T in that WrestleMania feud. Now, yeah, obviously the finish of that match was very sketchy, but, Booker T was still given that opportunity to work with Triple H. And, of course, the things that Triple H was saying in his promo that could have been, remarked as racist, like racist comments and whatnot, or derogatory words toward Booker T. But, like, at the end of the day, Triple H was playing a character. The guy was a heel. He was playing a character on TV, so he was supposed to, say some harsh things to Booker T. And that only got Booker T over even more because that only gained him more support from the audience, right? That's what a heel does. He's supposed to bash the baby face. So he was only doing his job. But people will take things out of context so easily. So there is really no proof that Paul Levesque is a racist at all. When it comes to Bobby Lashley, there was simply nothing for him to do. Triple H did not value Bobby Lashley as a main event player. Obviously, you could see how Bobby Lashley was presented on TV when Triple H took over. The minute Triple H took over, Bobby Lashley was in that mid card. Okay, let's talk about it. When Triple H first took over, Bobby Lashley was the United States champion. For about 3 months, he held on to that title. And then he dropped it to Triple H's guy, Seth Rollins. Okay, he lost that title to Seth Rollins. It looked like things were getting really good with Bobby Lashley. Okay, when he had that feud with Brock Lesnar. Now, I was really excited for that feud with Brock Lesnar. But Triple H ultimately dropped the ball with him and Brock Lesnar. If this was Vince booking this feud with Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, it would have been a lot better and we would have had a payoff. The problem is we never had a payoff with that feud with him and Bobby Lashley, Brock and Bobby. They had that match at Elimination Chamber 2023, and it ended in a DQ. In a goddamn DQ. And we never had a payoff. We never got a WrestleMania match. We never got like a stipulation. No gimmick match at all. So that feud ultimately flopped because of Triple H, most likely. Bobby Lashley was supposed to wrestle at WrestleMania 39. I'm pretty sure against Bray Wyatt. I think that was the original plan, but it never came to fruition because of Bray was going through some issues, and that's unfortunate because that was going to be the match with him and Bobby Lashley, Bray and Bobby at WrestleMania 39, but Bray was pretty much sick, so it couldn't happen. But I'm pretty sure when you look at that Brock and Bobby feud, it was supposed to happen at WrestleMania, but I think, if I'm going to correct myself here, I think Vince really wanted Brock Lesnar versus Omos at WrestleMania 39 instead. So Bobby Lashley had no plans. I mean, he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and then he showed up on the stage showing off the trophy. But okay, after WrestleMania 39, he flounders in that mid card, going absolutely nowhere. Then he links up with the Street Profits. Okay, we're thinking this is going to be the Hurt Business 2.0. Give it maybe a month or 2 months later, it turns out to be just another faction. And that completely downgraded Bobby Lashley's main event status. Okay, I think from that point, we were convinced that Bobby Lashley was never going to get back in that main event scene. And people were clamoring for him and Roman Reigns to have a feud for the Universal Championship. But it wouldn't really mean anything because Roman Reigns was going to win that feud anyway. Bobby Lashley would have just been built up to take an L to Roman Reigns, because Bobby Lashley was never built up to be the one to beat Roman Reigns at all. So you look at the last 2 years of Lashley's career, he's been pretty much underutilized, underappreciated, and undervalued at best. As far as where Bobby Lashley is going to end up, I don't see him getting any much success in AEW. I don't see Tony Khan utilizing Bobby Lashley to the best of his abilities at all. I don't see Tony Khan really valuing a Bobby Lashley. It's Triple H and Tony Khan. They both, with Triple H especially, does not value Bobby Lashley. But Tony Khan is not going to know what to do with a Bobby Lashley if he were to get his hands on him. So him going to AEW doesn't look like to be a possibility at all.